Hi everyone, my name is Henry Guo. Today we're going to be talking about high blood pressure or hypertension. We've all heard of people in our family who have high blood pressure, but what does that really mean? Is it really that bad? Actually, hypertension is a very serious disease. Although it is common, it is still a very pressing problem in the United States. There are usually no symptoms associated with high blood pressure, which is why it is called the silent killer. Hypertension is a state where the blood flows through the vessels with a lot of pressure, and that can be damaging to all parts of your body. Hypertension is one of the more prevalent chronic diseases. Chronic disease means it is a condition that lasts a year or longer. If high blood pressure is not managed properly, in the long run, high blood pressure can lead to heart attacks and strokes. As a result, it is extremely important to monitor your blood pressure and to make sure it is in the normal range. And normal blood pressure is under 120 millimeters of mercury systolic and 80 millimeters of mercury diastolic. So blood pressure is slightly above within the 120 to 129 range for systolic and less than 80 millimeters mercury for diastolic. That will put a person at risk for hypertension, or we will call it prehypertension. And blood pressure is much higher than the normal range above the 130 millimeters of mercury for systolic and 80 to 89 millimeters of mercury for diastolic. Um, that would be that state would be called hypertension. Some people are more susceptible to high blood pressure because it simply runs in the family. But the food you eat and the environment that you are in also plays an important factor into your blood pressure levels. So what are some of the ways to manage or prevent hypertension? The first thing we're going to be talking about is diet. Most of our diets consist of a lot of salty foods. It tastes really good, but it's actually not very good for our blood pressures. The amount of salt that we should eat a day is about 1 teaspoon or 2,300 milligrams worth, but a lot of us go over that. So lowering salt intake can definitely help with high blood pressure. Exercise is a second point that we'll be talking about. It also helps lower blood pressure in addition to contributing to the overall health. Exercise makes your heart stronger, so it doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood through the arteries, resulting in lower blood pressure. Exercise doesn't mean you have to go out there to do sprints or running marathons. It can just be physical activities that increases your heart rate. The last thing that we will be talking about today is stress. Having high levels of stress, believe it or not, on a day-to-day basis can raise your blood pressure. So finding methods to reduce the amount of stress you have will be extremely beneficial to having a normal blood pressure. This is the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching.